So here's the paradox that's destroying successful founders. You'll never scale until you stop being the hero. And this was hard news for me to absorb, but you're so good at solving problems that your team has stopped trying. You are so reliable, you're always there when they need you, that they've become completely helpless. You're so involved that they can't breathe without your permission. Now the goal, it's not to do it all yourself, but it's to build people who can do it better than you. Even if it's not better at first, it will get there. That's the real test of leadership. Can your company not just survive, but thrive when you disappear? That's the true test. Years ago, I made a $200,000 mistake that taught me everything about ownership transfer. So I was drowning in my business, and so I hired reactively. I was bringing in people to relieve my pain, but I had no transfer of ownership. I gave them tasks, but I didn't give them outcomes. I gave them instructions, but not authority. I gave them work, but not ownership. The result, they became expensive question askers instead of problem solvers. Every decision still rolled uphill to me. That's when I learned the hard truth that delegation without clarity doesn't create freedom, it creates more sophisticated chaos. And guess who pays the price? It's your family. They pay the price for that chaos every single night. So step one, the decision rights revolution, because confusion kills ownership faster than anything else. Every role in your company should have crystal clear decision rights. Level one, decisions that they can make without telling you. Level two are decisions that they make and report right after. Level 3 are decisions that they recommend and you have to approve. And then level 4 are decisions that only you can make. Now, without this framework, every question rolls uphill to you because people are terrified of making the wrong choice. With it, people act confidently and you finally get to breathe. The result, your team stops wasting your time and waiting for your permission, and they start taking ownership. And you stop being the $500 an hour decision maker for $5 an hour problems. Is this making sense? Step 2, the outcome liberation method. The difference between creating employees and creating owners. Most founders delegate tasks, send reminder emails to churned customers. Smart founders delegate outcomes, own monthly retention, and get it to 95%. That's the difference. And here's the magic. When you delegate an outcome instead of a task, people stop waiting for your next instruction, and then they start thinking like owners who have some skin in the game. Now, they become problem solvers, not problem reporters. And suddenly, your business starts to work better because people are thinking, not just following orders blindly. So your family gets a calmer version of you because your team is finally carrying the weight instead of carrying everything. And so it's not going to fall on you anymore. So step 3, the accountability architecture. Because most founders fear delegation because they think that they'll lose control. But real accountability, it's not micromanagement, it's intelligent structure. And here's what it looks like. Weekly scorecards, which are clear metrics that show who's winning and who needs help. Owner dashboards, real-time visibility into what matters without constant check-ins. Consistent cadence, predictable rhythms that keep everyone aligned without you babysitting them. This system gives you more control, not less, because you can see everything without having to be involved in everything. And the result, your company stays aligned without you being the hub that everything flows through, and your family gets a father who's present, not just physically there and mentally scattered, but physically and mentally present. So let me show you what happens when you implement these 3 steps. My friend Stacy, he used this process to go from making 30 decisions every single day to 5 strategic decisions just every week. That's like 1 a day on average. His team started solving problems that he didn't even know existed, and his daughter said, "Daddy, don't stress anymore, and I'm so happy that you're here." Greg rebuilt his system rhythm, his complete leadership rhythm as well, so that it totally allowed him to pass a 3-week absence test. He came back to find his business had grown and his managers were making better decisions than he would have even made. This is what happens. And that's what happens when you stop being the hero and start building a real business, okay? You don't need to be the hero. You need your people to be the hero for the business. So freedom, it's not about lying around somewhere. It's about building through strategic ownership transfer, and that's exactly what we have here. And here's what separates great leaders from exhausted heroes. Architects design companies that work better without them. They don't try to be indispensable. They try to build systems so elegant that their absence makes them stronger, not weaker. That's what this is really about. It's building something that is so systematized, so ownership driven that it doesn't need you every hour to survive. And that's not just business success, that's legacy leadership. And your children will remember a father who built something lasting, not someone who's like always too busy to be present. Now that's not leadership. So if you're ready to move from technician to architect, from chaos to calm, from hero to complex ownership transfer, this is where you start. Now, your family deserves a leader who's present, not a hero who's always stressed out. Your business deserves systems that work without you, not dependency that traps you. Grab Buyback Time Formula and learn how to transfer ownership without losing control so that your family can finally enjoy the success that you've been killing yourself to build. Start here. buybacktimeformula.com/YT book. It's free, just pay shipping. Once you get the book, you put it next to your computer, apply one of the strategies, break free from that chain, and you're going to be hooked for life. So go get the book now, and I'll see you on the inside.